Rainy day today.
I love the look of it after it rains outside. It's just awesome when everything's all wet and glowy. So I'm gonna take the Phantom up, fly around, just get a nice look at it. Got a storm coming this way, so yeah. Hope it doesn't start raining. Let's do this show.
A lot of people don't know this about me, but I was actually in a rap group. Long before I was sporting a camo hat, toting around a guitar, and playing red dirt country music, I was actually in a rap group. No joke. And it's not that I was serious about rapping, and it's not that I ever wanted to make a career as a rapper. It was just one of those things. It was a drunken conversation with a friend that I had on a front porch one late 2 a.m. at night, in the morning, whatever you say it is, where I popped off. Lil Wayne's not that good of a rapper. I could rap better than Lil Wayne. Well, my buddy wrote beats. He wrote beats on a computer with Fruity Loops. And he was experimenting with being an EDM song maker. His name is Chris Ripley. He was actually a bass player in a metal band that I used to play guitar for. So we played metal together at one time in a band, and we stayed friends after the band broke up, and we still partied together all the time. And mind you, I grew up on country music. I'm a kid from the South, from the country. I grew up listening to Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, John Anderson, Willie Nelson, all the greats, Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, all those people I grew up listening to. And I absolutely loved it. When I was 12 years old, I went to a Garth Brooks concert, the very first concert I ever went to. And I fell in love. It made me want to be a musician. I used to stand with a stick when I was 5 years old. I used to climb up to the roof of my house and play the guitar on the roof and pretend that I was Garth Brooks. Me and Chris Ripley started a rap group, just for fun, just as a joke. It was a complete joke, and we were absolutely never serious about making it anywhere in rap music. Just started this rap group, and people of Wichita loved it. No joke. As time progressed, we started to pick up some fandom, and we actually started getting invited to some pretty well known shows. We played with people like Broken Side, Blood on the Dance Floor, Jeffree Star, the Millionaires, and we played with a guy that's actually pretty big named Mickey Avalon. And he's actually one of the biggest artists that I've ever had a chance to open up for, which is crazy. Now, the whole time that I was doing this rap thing, I started to see it take off. And I started to see people actually start liking it. and I started to see people actually like encourage us to play more shows, and people contacted me on Facebook saying, "I'm your biggest fan," and we played to this gigantic crowd, and all these girls and all these people, and it was amazing. But deep down in my gut, I knew that it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't the style of music that I wanted to play, and I didn't want to be remembered for playing that style of music. I have nothing against other people's styles of music, but it wasn't me. And I'm not a musician. I'm not a person that's going to go along and go through life doing something that I don't absolutely love to do. And so since it was a joke to me, I wasn't actually taking the genre seriously. And so I decided that it really wasn't the right thing to do. Right in the middle of writing the second album, we wrote one whole album called Party. And then we were in the middle of writing the second album when I picked up a guitar, I bought a brand new acoustic, and I started playing the acoustic. I started to actually write, for the very first time, I started to write songs for myself. Not for a band. I was in a rock band, in a metal band, and now I was in a rap group, and I was finally writing music for myself. Not for anybody else. Not for a band to play, not for anything. Just music for me. And what came to me was country music. My love. The thing that I've always loved. The thing that I grew up on. The thing that traditionally was implanted into my brain as something that was like family. And so I stopped doing the rap thing altogether. I stopped completely. My nickname in The Nightmare in Your Closet was Docs because my nickname from the end of high school through college was Docs. That's just something people called me. And there was a lot of people who didn't even know my real name. They only knew me as Docs. And so it was kind of a scary opportunity for me to actually write my own music and to write in a style of which I loved and I had so much passion for. But then to release it as my name, my real name, when so many people out there didn't even know my real name. When I released the first Bryce and Michael CD, I don't think anybody really cared. When I played the first Bryce and Michael show, I don't think anybody knew who I was. Even though I'd met thousands and thousands of people, maybe if I would have done it as Docs, more people would have been there. But it was Bryce and Michael. And so I had developed this whole new identity, the real identity, me. And I think the whole time it kind of felt like I was hiding behind Docs. And in the rap group, it was kind of the last hurrah of Docs. And I kind of buried him, and I put him to rest, and I started playing country music. And what I love to play, Red Dirt. And the more and more that I got into playing Red Dirt, the more that I realized the scene altogether, the brotherhood of Red Dirt country music, and the amazing people behind the venues, and the fact that it's a lifeblood of country music now. It is a outlet that includes so many different mixes of styles like rock and roll and country and old school and everything all together. And it makes this beautiful blend of all these different artists coming together and making this Red Dirt genre. And I fell in love with it. And I just kept going and kept going and kept going. And now I love what I do. I love playing country music. I love playing Red Dirt country music. And wouldn't care if nobody remembers me for ever being in a